somebody who cares. When I found you, found my most intimate prayer. When I found you, I found what every heart dreams of. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found the rest of my life. When I found you, I told all others goodbye. When I found you, I saw my fears fly away like a dove. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found my fate in your arms. When I found you, I found no cause for alarm. When I found you, I knew this love was a gift from above. When I found you, I found love, yeah. When I found you, I found a scholar with style. When I found you, found one more reason to smile. When I found you, I knew I finally found enough. When I found you, I found love. Yeah, I did. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found love. I found love.
How y'all doing this evening? My name is Robert Williams. I'm here with my lovely wife, Loretta Williams, and we're just here with you for a third time talking about marriage for grown folks. Hopefully, we say something today that will inspire you to continue to keep the love going, continue to face those tough challenge and make it through. I believe with God help and just some encouragement with some folks, you can make it through anything. So we also want to let you know that being married is for the strong. It's not for the weak. If you're gonna give up over any little thing, you might want to not decide to get married. That's why we say marriage is for grown folks, because you don't have to act grown when you get married.
Yeah, you don't have to be grown for this, 'cause this ain't easy. Okay, so what do you want to get started at?
First, let me open up with a word of prayer. Ask God to guide us and have His way in this live broadcast today, and we just hope you be blessed. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you once again for allowing us to to see another day, Father God. I just ask right now that you just go before this broadcast, Father God, that you continue to touch me and my wife, continue to allow us to grow stronger in you. And I believe as we get closer to you, we can become closer together. So I just pray right now that we say something, that we edify the relationships of those that are watching, those that might catch it later, and just ask that you just have your way. We just thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So once again, it's good, one, to be alive and to see that God is just moving. So
So you can't hear us? You can't hear us? Can't hear us?
who said they can't hear?
Here.
Can you hear?
Can you hear us now?
I can't hear y'all.
I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, so
Can anybody hear us?
if you can you hear us? Can you guys hear
If y'all
us?
can hear, give us
Thumbs
a
up.
thumbs up or a thumbs down if you can't hear.
You can't hear us? Thumbs down.
Check something real quick.
So we gotta check on the volume real quick. So hold on 1 second. Somebody said they can hear. April can hear. Marcy Tisha can hear.
Okay, let me just make sure.
Just talk loud. She said just talk louder. Okay. Well, y'all know I ain't got no problem talking loud. So Robert don't talk loud. I do though. So y'all know it ain't gonna be no problem there with my big mouth. Yes, we can hear you. Turn off mute, folks.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Huh? What you mean turn off mute, folks? No,
Well, she's saying somebody probably forgot to unmute it. That's why they couldn't hear. That's what she was saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about our shirts. I know y'all can see this logo on here. It's M for GF. It stands for Marriage for Grown Folks. This is our brand. These are our shirts. And if you're not married, that's okay. You can always send us a love offering, or you can still get your shirt and wear it. This is how the shirts look on the front, and this is how they look on the back.
No punks allowed.
No punks allowed. So this is the front of the shirt, and this is the back of the shirt. This is our brand. We still are working on getting some other things in place there for it. So these are the colors that we have them in. We got them in this pink, blue, this white, and we also have it in black.
Black. We don't have it just
black.
yet, but it also
It's also gonna be in black. So we got the pink, the blue, and white, and then we also have a black shirt.
All right.
So we're gonna get started here. Just to recap, last week, if we haven't got to your question, it's probably because we didn't see it yet. Because these questions are constantly coming in. Originally, this was supposed to be, please don't kick that. This was only supposed to be for that the first time we did it, which was 2 weeks ago. But we keep getting requests to come back and do this again. So we're going to keep going until we can't go no more. And prayerfully through this, we can reach somebody, a couple. We can help inspire them, or somebody decide, hey, you know what, this ain't for us. And that's okay too, because you don't want to get so far deep into this and you've lost time and you can't get none of that back. So hopefully we can inspire somebody to keep pushing, keep pressing on in your marriage, or to just be straight, frank, and honest with somebody. Maybe this ain't for you. You just never know.
One other thing, we're gonna get this out here and get it out there, and we have to say it every week. We'll say it every week. Me and my wife, we are not marriage counselors. We never claim to be. We don't have no certificate, no degrees in any type of counseling. But we do have life experience, and that's all we can talk to y'all about: life experience and how God brought us through, and some of the things that help us get through, some of the folks that help us through. That's all we're going to talk about. We don't claim to have license or any type of certificate or degrees.
In marriage counseling, we are not marriage counselors. We know that. We've said that from the get-go. We are not anybody's marriage counselor. What we're talking about is things that, well, first of all, we're talking about questions that you, our viewers, are sending in on us. We're answering them. And these questions are pretty much based around things that we've been through in the 24 years of our marriage, 27 years of our relationship. So we only can talk to you based off of what we have experienced in our lives. And we always say the best counselor is not always those that got degrees and certificates in this.
Yes, life experience.
Life experience.
Life experience.
Exactly.
So we do have a couple of icebreaker questions, and then from there we'll get into the 5 love language, and then we'll break right into the questions. And like I said, I hope you be blessed, and I wish my little daughter would get on off to the side. Shall I get from behind us?
For you.
Thank you.
Stuff up.
We got somebody to try to
Yeah, we got our little mini-me.
come on in real quick.
Come
Let them
on
see
in
you.
real quick. Say hi,
Say
people.
hi to everybody.
Yeah, we kind of like empty nesters, but we still got this one here. So she gonna be here. She's 7 years old, so she gonna be here for the long haul with us. So we had a baby at a late age, and that's okay too. We can talk about that, having a baby at a late age. This is our baby at our late age.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, thank you, ma'am, for
You
your
got your
intro.
5 minutes.
Your 5 minutes of fame.
All right, see you later. Bye. All right, so the first question for the icebreaker is this: if there's anything you can change about yourself, what would it be?
Well, although this is not necessarily a bad thing, but a lot of times it can be frowned upon because opposites attract. Um, and one thing that if I could change about myself personally, it would be my temper. I I have to be honest, and that's the only way I can be. If I can't be me and can't be honest in this live with y'all, then we can stop now and just shut this whole thing down. But I have a quick temper. I if and in having a quick temper, sometimes I can come off as being mean or nasty to people. And if there's one thing about myself that I could change, yeah, that would be it. Would be my temper. My temper is something over the years. I will say over the years I've gotten better with it. As I age and mature, it gets better. But if I could just completely scratch that, quick to fly off the handle, I would do that. And God knows I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. If there's anything about myself that I can change, it will be my temper and slow to or what's slow to speak. Slow to speak. That would be the thing that I would change about myself. I would be slow to respond and slow to speak to something that I see that I do not like.
All right, for me, one thing I would change about myself, most likely, would probably be I'm a bit of procrastinator. I can procrastinate sometimes, so sometimes I'm slow to react, or slow to move my feet, or slow to get things done. So that's one thing I don't like about myself. I wish I can be more of what they call it not a proactive. Be more proactive than reactive. I think I'll probably be a little bit better if I just stop procrastinating sometimes on certain things and just move when things need to be moved. But sometimes I think it's a safe haven for me, so I don't move too quick or jump too quick. But sometimes I can't slow my feet up, and I know that's one downfall. that I would like to
And
change about myself.
it's funny that he would say that because opposites attract. Robert, he is not quick to anger, and he is so slow to speak. I'm complete opposite. And I am a proactive person. If I see something that's broken, I tend to want to fix it right then and there before it's completely broke. Like if I see that there's a crack, I want to go ahead and repair that crack before it completely breaks. Robert will let it chip, and then break. Oh, then he like, oh my God, I need to go ahead on and get this fixed. I'm the complete opposite of him.
All right. So the next question is, what are what are some strengths and weakness of your relationship, and how can you change the weakness?
I would say the strong point in our relationship, Robert and I from day one, we knew that the odds were against us. We did. We got married at a very young age. I was 20 and he was 19. And we've been together since we were pretty much kids. And you know, when you're kids, you do things that kids would do. So quite naturally, the relationship is going to evolve and it's going to change. We're going to grow in love and out of love and grow apart. Because as you get older, you change, you mature. But Robert and I was determined from day one. If we're gonna make this thing work, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna stay together come hell and hot water. If we got to drag it out, we're gonna do what we gotta do. But we were determined to stay together through all of it. We're gonna stay together. You're gonna be with me, and I'm gonna be with you, or we gonna be together. that was just it. We gonna be together no matter what. Come hell or high water, right?
Yeah.
It's us. This is us.
Yeah.
I don't like him always. He don't like me always either. But guess what? Yeah, we gonna stay together.
It's not that I don't like you. I always like you. I just don't like some of your ways. So I think it's vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah. Yeah.
So I totally agree. Our determination to stay together is one of our strong points in our relationship. Now, one of our weaknesses in a relationship, and I think my wife can vouch for this, is our miscommunication when it comes to finance. How to handle well, not necessarily how to handle the finance, but finances at times, the communication and the lack thereof sometimes on both parts, or misunderstanding on the behalf. So I think that's one of our biggest struggles, we can say, and one of the things that we constantly trying to better ourselves in,
that's something
and to do better.
Continue to do better in. And I really think we have such a huge difference as it pertains to finances because we come from, believe it or not, we come from two different families, from two different upbringings, two different morals, period. So a lot of times that clash. So and that's where our differences come in at. But we continue to work at it. We just continue to work at it because again, guess what? We're gonna be together, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna be
together.
We're gonna be together. So hey, it is what it is. This is us. That's what we should have called our show. This is us.
This is us. Yeah. You know, I think that's a TV series.
Yeah, that is a TV series. This is us. So hey, guess what? This is us. The good, the bad, and all of the ugly.
I see you, Kerry. You said, "See, I get mad and be ready to leave." I think sometimes it's part of the relationship. A lot of us sometimes. I'm not gonna say a lot of us, but at one point in time, I believe most people be ready to leave.
Yeah, we been down there where we're ready to leave.
I think the blessing in it is that you're still together. No matter if you was ready to leave, you stuck it out. You still in the relationship. You steady, moving forward to get better. So what we can do to help change the weakness, I think try to communicate better. Find more effective ways to communicate, because I believe we believe we communicate with each other,
with each other.
but it's just never on the same
It's not on the same page.
on the same wavelength. So, I'm speaking Spanish, she's speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I think try to find more better way to communicate with each other. I think that will help the frustration that comes in dealing with finance.
Yeah.
Because
it ain't easy.
it ain't like we got that disease called rich.
Right,
then
we don't.
Then we wouldn't have that issue. It would be nothing.
We probably would have that issue too then, because you'll be wanting to give out to all these different charities, and I'll be like, no, let's give out to the family.
I still be trying to save. She'll be.
I'll be trying to spend it, and, bless my loved ones, my family, especially my sister. Yeah, and he'll be trying to donate to some organization that don't even know us. So yeah, difference, opposites attract, right?
Right. Okay, so the last question for this icebreaker is, what is something about your mate that you like that's different from you?
I would like to answer that first.
Yes, go ahead, please do.
I mean, some people that are watching that went to school with us can attest to this. Robert, academically, Robert is smart.
I'm okay. I won't say smart.
He stay okay, but he's smart. We used to be in school. We would come to school every day, study our behinds off for this test. And he'd miss 2-3 days coming there and ask to see your notes. Look at your notes and get an A off your notes. You've been studying these notes all week long. You get a C and he get an A. It's the same way if someone in the car ain't acting right, he'd be like, well, let's go out here, let's start the car up, let's listen to it. And he'd be listening to the car. He'd be like, oh, that's X, Y, and Z. And sure enough, he'll come in the house, he'll Google that thing, and spot on. It is. Or if he can't fix it, he gonna YouTube it and find a way to fix it. I can't fix it. I'll be like, oh my God, we gotta call that person. It's about to break. I just go through a thing, but Robert be like, it's cool. Hey, I'm gonna fix it. Or don't give him a math problem. He's studying to be a college math professor now. He tutors people in math. Like, what was the one I can't even pronounce that well?
Calculus?
Not calculus, that one too, but
trigonometry.
He tutor people for money. Now, of course, I like that money. He tutor people for money. People pay him to take their math classes online.
You can't be putting that out.
Well, we can't talk about that. But he tutors people in math. College level math. And they be busting A's and stuff.
I'm just okay when it comes to math. I like math, so it makes it easy because I'm okay in math.
Well, he don't want to toot his horn, so I'm going to toot his horn.
I'm going to say, hey, y'all, I see a bunch of folks out there. I just want to say, hey, we see y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Just, don't want to think we over missing y'all, anything like that. So let me ask the question. One thing, something about my mate that I like that's different from me. My wife probably already said it. We different, but the main thing is how outspoken she is. I wish I was that outspoken. I'm not. It takes a lot. I'm like an onion. You got to peel back the layers or really talk about something that I'm really passionate about that I can get into. But naturally, my wife can just walk into a room and light up. I mean, be in the midst of people, don't know them, and they having a full-blown conversation like they've been friends for years. Not me. I just can't do that. I don't have a knack for that. But my wife, she does that, and I wish I could do that, but I'm not even gonna try. So that's one thing I like about my wife, how she can just come into a room and get people smiling and just as they say, kind of be the life of the party. That's her. I'm gonna sit back.
I can't even dance.
I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna chill. But I definitely like that about my wife. I don't like it. I love that about my wife.
Yeah, I love how smart academically my husband is. My husband is smart. He'll say he's not.
I'm okay. Trust me.
But he's smart. Put it on pen and paper, baby. Let me tell you, he can do it. He can do it. He can do it. Or break something. He can fix it.
I might not can fix it. I'm gonna give it a try. You know, see,
And if he can't fix it, he gonna YouTube and they gonna tell him how to fix it.
if it's mine, I don't mind messing it up because it's mine. Now, if it's yours, I'll probably be a little bit more extra careful with it. But I just put it like this: God is
No,
good.
I ain't no wallflower tea. No.
God is good, you know.
Yes,
so he makes a way. I think that's how I'm able to do what I'm doing by the grace of God. So last week we kind of talked about the 5 love language, and I spoke on one of my love language, which is word of affirmation, and the other one is quality time. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna show y'all, just in case, because I know I don't remember, and I'm not sure if my wife did actually send y'all out how y'all can get to the website, so you and your mate can actually take the quiz and see what your love language is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm about to bring up the actual website where you can see the actual website, and we just gonna go through real quick and take a quiz. My wife gonna take a quiz.
Yeah.
So
he'll
I'm gonna set it up.
Set it up real quick, and I'll go through the questions for you guys and see. When I talk about smart, I wouldn't know how to do all this what he's about to do right now. But yeah, he's gonna go through it. He's gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna go through the questions for you guys, and you guys will be able to see it, which is good. But I can't wait till we get to some of these questions that you guys have put out here. And I think we're gonna stay on this topic for a while because people want to know. A lot of couples are dealing with this same issue, and the majority of our questions talk about our questions about the alleged affair that my husband thought that I was in.
Keep talking.
And my Lord, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna also show you guys a book that I read. It's called The Anatomy of an Affair. I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna step off and get that book in just a moment. I was supposed to have it on here with me, but it is what it is. I didn't. But it's a great read, a real great read. And if any of you guys are dealing with stuff like that, or you even contemplating that in your mind, read this book. I challenge you to get this book and read it. When I tell you it will bless you, it will bless you. It talks about how, like, an affair is not necessarily sexual. My God, I thought it was. An affair can be emotional. It could be a thing. It could be a place. It could be something that you idolize, that you spending too much time with. And you look up and, oh my God, that's like your lover, your side boo or whatever, and you're not even realizing.
All right. Don't get with them. We're gonna hit that.
We're gonna hit
but
that
as y'all can see on the screen, you can see us a little bit, and then you can also actually see the website. So you can see at the top of the website how to get there. I can't see that well, so I'm gonna step up to the computer. I need glasses though. But it said 5lovelanguage.com/quizzes/couple/quiz. So you go in there, and so we click.
If you're female, you click on. Of course, you click on female. You're gonna click your age group. For mine, it'll be the 35 through 44. If y'all cannot see what Robert is pulling up, please say something.
No, they can see this.
They can see it, okay.
They can see it.
Married or in a relationship. You're going to, of course, hit yes. 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. That's what it is.
Have you read it?
Have you read it? It's going to ask you if you read it.
Have you read it? So we have, so.
We're going to click yes because we have read this book. It's more meaningful to me when these are the questions. So I'm going to go ahead and take this quiz. Robert's going to click through it. And if you guys miss it, you can always go back and replay it or just inbox us. We'll make sure that you get it. It's more meaningful to me when I receive a loving note, text, email for no special reason from my loved one or my partner and I hug. Mine's my partner and I hug. You ain't got to text me. Show me, baby. Show me some sign. Do your acts. It's more meaningful to me when I can spend a long time with my partner, just the two of us, or my partner does something practical to help me out. Go ahead on and help me out, brother. Help me out. Help me. It's more meaningful to me when my partner gives me a little gift as a token of our love for each other, or I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with my partner. Um, those kind of go hand in hand because I don't necessarily have to have something like you know tangible. I'm gonna go ahead and lean to okay. My partner gives me a little gift. Yeah, go ahead with that one. Try to set this up for me. It's more meaningful to me when my partner unexpectedly does something for me, like filling my car or doing the laundry. My partner and I touch when he wash the clothes or do the car. Yes, it's more meaningful to me when my partner puts his or her arm around me when we're in public. My partner surprises me with a gift. I'm not a. I don't like to show intimacy in public. So I'm gonna go with my partner surprises me. It's more meaningful to me when I'm around my partner, even if we're not really doing anything. I hold hands with my partner. I would rather be around my husband than we all getting snug as bugs as worms. My partner gives me a gift. I hear I love you from my partner. I'm gonna go with I hear I love you from my partner. I sit close to my partner or I am complimented by my loved one for no apparent reason. I would rather go ahead on and sit close to him. You ain't got to, I know I'm fine or cute or whatever. If you don't think I am, I think I am. So guess what? Um, I get the chance to just hang out with my partner. I unexpectedly get small gifts from my partner. I want to hang out. Well, it's kind of go with them. I want to hang out with because I like both of them. I love me some gifts now. I hear my partner tell me I'm proud of you. My partner helps me with the task. I'm gonna need a brother to help me out. Go ahead on and help me out, please. I get to do things with my partner. I hear supportive words from my partner. We're gonna do something together. We're gonna do something together. My partner does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things. I feel connected to my partner through a hug. Go ahead on and do something for do a little something. I hear praise from my partner. My partner gives me something that shows me he or she was really thinking about me. Um, you gonna give me some. Mhm. I'm able to just be around my partner. I get a back rub or a massage from my partner. Just being around him, just being in his presence, I'm good. My partner reacts positively to something I've accomplished. My partner does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy. I would rather my husband, because my husband is not into going to plays and sitting there. No, I would rather my husband come and sit and watch me in a play. I would really enjoy that. So I'm gonna go with my partner does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy. My partner and I kiss frequently. I sense my partner is showing interest in the things I care about. I sense he's showing interest in the things I care about. My partner works on special projects with me that I have to complete. My partner gives me an expecting gift, exciting gift. I want him to give me a gift. Am I a gift person? I think I am. I'm complimented by my partner on my appearance. My partner takes the time to listen to me and really understand, to listen to me and understand me. My partner and I share non-sexual touch in public. My partner offers to run errands. Go ahead on and take care of them errands for me. I'm not a public intimacy person. My partner does a bit more than his or her normal share of the responsibilities we share around the house, work related. I get a gift that I know my partner put thought into. I'm gonna say, go ahead on and help me out in this house, wash the dishes, do some stuff like that. My partner doesn't check his or her phone while we're talking. My partner does. My partner goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure. Go ahead with that one, because if I see him on his phone, I just come on, give me that phone, brother. I can look forward to a holiday because of a gift I anticipated receiving. I hear the words "I appreciate you" from my partner. Um, those are kind of neck and neck, but go with the gift for me, since I've been choosing mostly gifts. My partner brings me a little gift after he or she has been traveling without me. My partner takes care of something I'm responsible to do, but I feel too go ahead and take care of that for me. Take care of that. My partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking. Gift giving is an important part of gift giving is an important part of our relationship. My partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking. I will say my partner doesn't interrupt me. I hate for somebody to do that to me. And you know what? I'm bad about that, but I don't like it being done to me. My partner helps me out when he or she knows I'm already tired. I get to go somewhere while spending time with my partner. I want my husband to help me out. My partner and I are physically intimate. My partner gives me a little gift that he or she picked up in the course of their normal day. A gift he picked up because intimacy, we going to do that anyway because we like to do it. My partner says something encouraging to me. I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby. I want to do something with him. Shared activity.
Share that gift that
Yeah.
checked the wrong one.
You check the wrong one. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, guys, we almost done with this. My partner surprises me with a small token of their appreciation. My partner and I touch a lot during the normal course of the day. My partner gives me a small token. My partner helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy. I hear my partner specifically tell me I appreciate you. My partner helps me out. My partner and I embrace after we've been apart for a while. I hear my partner say how much I mean to him. I hear my husband say how much I mean. No, I think I'll go with the embrace. Yeah, because I like it when we're not together. Your primary love language is acts of service. I knew that. My primary love language was acts of service. So as you can see this is how it's going to show up on the bottom. Now, this is important to us that you guys know this, because how can you speak somebody else's language if you don't even know your own language? Like, come on, y'all. Come on, be serious with yourselves. How you gonna speak your language if you don't know it? How you gonna try to show that affection and
Coming back to you.
speak somebody else's affection if you don't know what theirs is? So please go on there, take this quiz, find out, you and your mate do it. Find out what their love language is, and you find out what yours is. That way you'll know why you do and say and act the way you act. So Robert's gonna come back over here, and I guess we're gonna get into these questions.
Yes.
Now these questions, I guess, were based around. Yeah, we're gonna start off with the questions that we did not go over last week, and then we're gonna jump into the ones that's for this week. But I'm gonna go step off and grab that book real quick for y'all to see, okay?
Oh, you gonna let me hit by myself?
Yeah, you'll be okay. It'll take a couple of seconds. Hold on, y'all.
All right, y'all. I just hope y'all enjoying yourself. I hope y'all getting something out of this. To me, the 5 love language really helped me out to understand the way that I can show love to my wife and appreciate her, because I was trying to show her love in the love language I speak in. I realized it wasn't working, and I was frustrated because I couldn't understand. I'm like, I'm showing you, I'm telling you, but she's like, I ain't seen it. She like, show me the money.
Show me the money, baby. All that talking, I don't need you to encourage me. I encourage myself. So, this book that I went and got, it is called The Anatomy of an Affair. It's by Dave Carter. I'm going to hold it for a second. Y'all can screenshot if y'all want to. This is a really, really, really good book. Really good book. I encourage you to read it. It's not even that long. Well, it's not that long to me because I'm a reader. It's only 189 pages, but I got through this book in 3 days. That's how good it was for me. I got through it in 3 days. I chose to pull this book out because a lot of the questions that y'all asked this week was pretty much based around questions that we answered last week. And people still got questions. So we're going to get started with the questions that we did not do last week. And then we'll go with the ones for this week. So, you want to read that one or you want me to read it?
The first one. Once you get married, what did it say? Did it
Once
become
you got
our
married,
debt?
did it become our debt? I sure will, Kiara. I sure
Yes.
will.
Yes, it did. I think to be successful in a marriage, the Bible teaches us that two shall become one. So that's not just certain things, that's everything. So you get married, you take on that person, and that's where y'all come together to get it resolved, come together to work through it. You can't have a mindset that's showing this mind, but once you get married, you know every debt becomes our debt. So it's what we are doing to get it rectified. So yes, once you get married, it becomes our debt. So if you're not married and you ask this question, and the partner or the person you're thinking about marrying have a certain amount of debt, y'all might want to have this conversation now. Okay, are we going to take care of X, Y, and Z before we get married? Or are we going to try to take care of this after we get married? And what's the plan of attack? I think if y'all have that type of conversation now, it would be a lot less headache once you do get married. Very good question, but yes, once you get married, it's
our debt.
Two becoming one. So yes.
So before you even marry that person, you might need to check that credit score. Check that credit report. Because once you marry them, that's your debt now. So, yeah. Was it easy to submit to your husband, or was it a struggle? Again, me and my husband got married when we were kids. I was 20 and he was 19. Yeah, we were legally grown, but we were still kids. And no, it was not a struggle at all. I was young. I was in love. Couldn't nobody tell me about, as my classmates would say, couldn't nobody tell me nothing about my Robbie Bear. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing about him. Everything he said, yeah, that's right, yeah, yeah. Now, it's not a struggle to submit to him. And I guess because I've been doing it so long, but again, I'm a very outspoken person. If I see my husband doing something wrong, bro, look, I can follow you because I can follow a fly on the wall. As long as I believe in where they taking me to ain't dangerous and it's not going to hinder us, I'ma still follow. I follow my husband through stuff that I be saying to myself, you know what, I know this ain't gonna work. But then, hey, I also have that mentality, I don't know it all. And maybe he sees something that I don't see. So is it a struggle to let my husband lead? No, it's not. It's not for me. So today, well, not today, this was a question from last week as well. Does it mean your mate is cheating if you only have sex twice a month and it only happens because you say something, and when you're out together, he recklessly watch other women? Um, this is a loaded question, but I'm gonna answer it the best way I possibly can. Doesn't mean that your husband is cheating if you only have sex twice a month. Not necessarily. Your husband could have some medical problem that he's not telling you about, or maybe he don't even know about it himself. That decreases, that decreases the sex drive. So he's not interested in it. And I would say vice versa if it was a woman. You know, after we get to a certain age, and then we got life going on, we got the kids running around doing all this stuff, we got all these issues. Our mind is so far from sex. Now, as far as a man, I'm not a man. But the only thing I can think of is the man got something medically wrong with him. Or in some cases, men can have so much stress and pressure. Well, then I wouldn't even say that. Because believe it or not, a good stress reliever is sex. And it's definitely a good stress reliever for men. But as far as women, you got to get us in the mood. You got to pamper us from the time you get up to the time we get ready to go to bed to actually do this thing. You just can't jump in the bed and get ready with us. You got to, you got to shine, you got to wax on and then, wax out. Is that's what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think it sounds like it's more of a question towards the woman because they say when he's out,
Yeah.
he's his eyes is lurking everywhere. So my question to you is, if you out with him and you notice him, because obviously you had to notice him doing it for you to say his eyes just wandering off, looking at other females. What are you saying at that time? Are you just sitting there letting it happen? Because I know for me, if my wife know that I'm a man. So if a woman passed me, they got a nice figure. 9 out of 10, I'm probably going to look. And there's nothing wrong with looking. Now the problem becomes when how long I look, and if I follow her right in front of my wife, like she walked past us, and I'm just like, that can be an issue. And I mean, what are you saying at that time? Because that's a problem. To me, I wouldn't do nothing like that because to me that's very disrespectful to your partner, to your mate. To you can look because we all got eyes. So sometimes it's inevitable you're gonna see something and you're gonna be like, Lord Jesus, but it shouldn't be to a point where you just fix what's the word? Fixate them?
Be fixated.
You just glued to it, so that's a problem. So I think that's a conversation that y'all need to have. Now, only having sex, twice a month, and now I'm gonna say this: if me and my wife only had sex twice a month, and in those 2 months she was the initiator, and I didn't initiate something, she gonna ask me what's wrong with me. Because I would be doing something out of the norm in the 26, 27 years we've been together. I'll be doing something out of the norm. So if he used to being the initiator and now he's not the initiator, then yeah, you have a valid reason to have some concerns, but don't necessarily jump to cheating. No, have that conversation. Ask him, what's going on. It could be something medically. My wife will know it's something medically with me because twice a month, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not even gonna go there, but I just truly believe that's a conversation that y'all have to have, and from there, y'all can you can get the answers. But if you're not saying nothing and you allow him to just look at these women in their own type of way and just stare at them for a long period of time, that's a problem in the relationship, and he's not respecting you, and I don't like that at all.
All right. So, number 4, Loretta or Robert. What, if anything, did you learn from the alleged affair? So, if this is your first time watching this, These are questions that were asked based off the questions that were asked last week and the week before. So to get a full understanding of these questions, you're probably gonna have to go back and watch. So, Loretta and Robert, what if anything did you learn from the alleged affair? So, the alleged affair. My husband thought that I was cheating on him. This was back in 2011, and this went on all the way up about 4 years. Um, so
Well, let me say, the alleged cheating one the last 4 years, just we dealt with that situation for 4 years.
for 4 years.
It was like a 4 year period of time before true closure came. It wasn't, always accusatory of that for 4 years, but it was about 4 years is when true healing takes place. I said that way.
Right. So, what if there's anything that you learned from this alleged affair? Something that I learned about it, and that is the value of friendship. And when I say the value of friendship, this alleged affair actually went beyond me and Robert. And what I learned in that, everybody that call you friend ain't really your friend. And to be honest with you, it wasn't until then that I sat back and really assessed my friendship with people. Like seriously, sometimes we just go on this tangent about, oh, that's my friend, everybody our friend. But that's not true. Everybody that call you friend is not your friend. And you have to really sit back and really assess, why do I call this person friend? Or why do they call me friend? What do I have to gain from being this person's friend? Or what do they got to gain from being my friend? So that would be something that I really learned about this, that I learned from this alleged affair. And that's the value of what is and what is not a friend. My husband in that, this my husband. But even in that, I learned when he ain't my husband, he's my friend. And when he ain't my husband and he ain't my friend, he is truly my brother in Christ. So that will be something that I learned about it. What is and what isn't a friend. And being careful of who you call your friend.
Well, one thing I learned from it is patient is one thing, but I would say the biggest thing I learned from it is one thing my wife said, the value of a friend, because in this I seen how my wife stayed faithful to her friendship to this person and their friendship, and I think that was one of the reasons that I had an issue with everything that went on. But I would say one thing I really learned is you truly learn what's in you and how strong our relationship really is, because it was tested and we stood the test of time. And I've learned that how you see a thing is not always necessarily how it is. And how the evidence may be pointing into one direction don't necessarily mean that it's the actual fact or it's the actual account. So that's what I have learned, that the value of a true friend, and I guess get all the evidence and get everything in place. So that's what I learned.
Okay. So this question is directed directly to Robert, so I'm not going to answer it. How were you able to get over the hurt, Robert?
With time and prayer. There was, I think, how I got over it. Also, believe it or not, actually talking about it. Talking to my wife about it. And initially, when we tried to talk about it, it seemed like we wasn't getting nowhere. It seemed like we were steady spinning tires in the snow. But as time went on, and I got more level headed, let me tell you where the true deliverance came through. Because every time we had the conversation, it seemed like we the argument got worse because I already knew what was about to be said because we already had this conversation. So it was one time that we sat down, we discussed this thing. So I told myself that I was just gonna sit down and listen to my wife fully. Even though I know everything that happened and everything that take place, I'm just gonna listen to my wife fully. And when I did that, I kid you not, something changed. I, I heard my actual wife heart, and in that, I learned some things. And so in that, just instead of uh, just already knowing what's about to be said or knowing what's about to happen, I just sat back and just listened, and I got to understand my wife. One thing the Bible say, and we don't try to talk Bible much, but this helped me out in that situation. The Bible tell us get knowledge, get wisdom, and get understanding. But in all I get an understanding. Get knowledge and wisdom, but in all I get understanding. And so that conversation, just by closing my mouth, listening to my wife, I got an understanding of the account, and I believe I was able to voice why I was thinking what I was thinking and how I came to that conclusion. And I believe from that point, that's when the closure began to take place. So it's going to take time, and depending on what it is, it's definitely going to take prayer. Well, at least it did for me.
Okay. Have you ever been told? Have you ever been told that you guys don't qualify to give advice on marriage and that you don't qualify for marriage counseling? Well, if you go back and watch our live from the very beginning, the very first one we did, and the one that we were only supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever been told that you guys don't qualify to give marriage advice? No, we have not. And if somebody tell me, I'm gonna ask why not. I think I meet the first qualification in it. I'm married. I'm married. Now, see, if we wasn't married and we never been married, then yeah, I'd be like, but that don't mean you can't learn something from that person. So, I mean, that's what I wanted to see. They don't qualify. Don't qualify. So,
Okay.
You gonna say
This one kind of gets him revved up a little bit. It don't for me. No, we've never been told that we don't qualify to give marriage counseling. And again, if you go back to the very first live we did and you sit and listen to that, that is the first thing we say. We're not marriage counselors, but that don't disqualify. The mere fact that we've been married for 24 years, we've been in a relationship with each other since we were 16, 17 years old, and we stuck through it through thick and thin. Experience trumps any degree. Experience. Now we're talking about life here. We're talking about a job. We're talking about life.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
And I don't know who asked the question, and I'm not really concerned about that. But I'm just like, all we just trying to do is help somebody. If we reach one couple to stay in their relationship and stay in their marriage, I believe we did God a service. We're not out here. Look, we're not out here trying to get our name known. We're not trying to be famous or nothing like that. We're just trying to help some people we know, family members and friends.
Well, people we don't even know. Because one of y'all can share this video with one of y'all friends that ain't friends with us and they watch it. And bam, that open up a whole new level in their own relationships and their marriages. So, no, we ain't never been told that. But we qualify. Yes, we do.
We'll go to the next question because we're not marriage counselors. We say that we're not marriage counselors. We never claim to be marriage counselors. And I said that because I felt somebody was going to say that. Yeah. What make y'all special to do what y'all do?
The years that we've been married. And when you get to where we at, for the person who asked this question, when you get to where we at, and you still can stand and say, hey, guess what? We made it. We still here. Then you come holler at me then. Because then you'll view things completely different. Robert.
Y'all sure do qualify. 19 years, you qualify too.
Yeah,
I believe you made 5 years. If you've been married 5 years,
you qualify for something.
Y'all went through hell and y'all still together.
You qualify for something.
You
qualify
let's
for
go,
something.
Let's go.
Let's jump in.
We
can go on with this, baby. We can go on and on. And guess what? This the real deal. We not sugarcoating nothing. It is what it is with Robert and Loretta. It is what it is with us. We ain't finna sugarcoating this. We ain't finna pretend like we got this marriage made sit down from heaven. No.
And guess what? We still ain't perfect in our marriage.
We still ain't.
We still have issues. But God is steady blessing. That's the thing. That's all we're trying to say. We're not trying to say anything. We're not trying to
take nothing from nobody else's marriage. You do you, boo.
24 years.
But
God
when you get
here,
us. 24 years.
God has blessed us for 24 years. Please ask me.
Yeah, we're going to go over to the next question. Because y'all can see this is real for us. This ain't nothing to play with, baby. This is for real. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Robert, what made you think Loretta was having an affair? Go ahead, don't answer them. Help them, Holy Ghost.
Help me, Holy Ghost. I don't need the Holy Ghost. What made me think my wife was having an affair was from the information that I got. Texas. Now, I didn't actually read Texas, but I can see the amount of time spent texting and talking to this person after a time that I felt was invalid for a married woman to be talking to another person of the opposite sex that's not her spouse or a family member. So from that information, gathering that information up, and some other things came into play. Can't be real transparent on that because I would never discredit anybody. So, but from the little information I gathered, and going over it, and to me, when I added up 2 + 2, I kept getting 4. And then we had conversation, and then it's just, to me at the time, it felt like my wife had this person back, and it seemed like she was having that more over our relationship and how I was feeling. But like I said earlier, my wife showed me the true value of a friend and sticking, your guns for a friend. And I thought, me personally, I'm more important than your friend. I'm your husband. So to me, I was like, I don't understand how can you value? And it's not that she necessarily valued that person more than me. That's the way I perceived it. And so when I added it all up, I kept getting 4. And so I was just like, something gotta be there. And then I said, well, if nothing happened, maybe something was about to happen. And so that was the reason. That's how I thought my wife was cheating. That's what it was. That was the true deal.
I know there's gonna be more questions to come for that.
But the phone calls in Texas, I thought was a little excessive, and the time the timing of the phone calls and texts is what really perked me to say something right here. So that's what it was.
All right. So, okay. Wow. What are your views?
And you're right about that, Auntie. Marriage ain't for punks.
Oh, Auntie said that. Oh yeah. That's on the back of our shirt. We'll show it to you again if you got on the live late. This one is a little bit off this topic, but the next questions follow behind it comes into play with this. Look like we frozen. Hold on, guys.
They can still hear you.
They can still hear me. Oh, okay. So, what are your views on interracial dating? Um, this is kind of a sticky question for Robert and I. And I would say sticky because we have a grown son, and we got 4 kids, and one of our kids dates outside of the race. Uh, One of our kids dates outside of the race. They're in a relationship with a Caucasian person, and honestly, and this is not to be racist or anything, but for me, I've always wanted my kids to stay within their race as it pertains to dating. Um, and I prefer them to stay inside their race because just look at just look at how things are going today. Like with all this rioting and the police killing the way they doing, and I mean, you can't help who you fall in love with. So as a black man, or a black woman, Angela, yeah, I know it froze. We're trying to see what can we do to get it unfrozen. As a black man or a black woman, you already got a strike against you. And then to be dating outside your race, now you got to fight for that too. So I'm not saying that I'm not for it. I would, if I had my way. Of course, you see, I'm married to a black man. If uh, if I had my way, my kids will stay within their race. Do I like the young lady my husband, Jesus, that my son is dating? Yes, I love her. She's very sweet girl. And I know she would be devastated if they broke up. But yeah, I would rather people stay within their race. Robert is trying to fix the frozen from it. How we gonna do it? I don't know.
I can't. There's something with the camera. I don't want to disconnect because then it's gonna cause that to crash. So just
So even though we're frozen, is if you guys can still hear us, send a thumbs up. If you can still hear, give us a thumbs up. We're gonna go out and then we're gonna come back in, okay?